Alright, what's going on, guys? TYBW back again, coming at you with the news. And yeah, Aizen, Yhwach, and Yamamoto are finally coming back, the 1000-Year Blood War meta characters. And you'll see that they are coming with Senjumaru, Kiryu, as well as Kirinji. You also have 1000-Year Blood War Soifon, the Speed Yamamoto, as well as the Mind Yhwach. Excuse me, the Mind Aizen, excuse me. Yeah, I was gonna say Yhwach Baha, either way, they were both fucking annoying to play with back in the day. Then on top of that, we also have the rerun for Christmas Noel and Christmas Ninny, and this banner will actually have Bruno, as well as the original Noel and Ninny, which is pretty good. Mind Sunana Shirayuki, Power Machine Society Yoruichi, Fierce Battle Akaku, and Kukaku, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk about the main banner that I think that a lot of people have been hyped for quite a while now, and that's going to be the 1000-Year Blood War character. So first and foremost, we do have Yhwach. He's good for PvE, he's good for PvP, meaning Brave Battles. I don't know how he is for Arena in particular, but you'll see here that this character has a lot of Brave Battles going on. Brave Battle, normal attack damage when an enemy or ally is KO'd plus 20%. This does stack, this is really, really strong. Prevent Last Ditch Survival plus 1, which keeps your matches going for an extended period of time, which is really good. Berserker plus 50%, so his strong attacks actually deal something, considering that this character is also a team booster. And he also picks up the booster mechanic. So instead of boosting for 33%, he's actually boosting for 42.9%, which is really, really, really strong, especially if you're running NAD characters. We've seen this with Lunar New Year Rukia, the Heart Shinji, as well as the... There's one more booster character and I'm tripping on it. I'm so mad I'm forgetting. Okay, whatever. I guess I forgot. Either way, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Enhancer plus 10 seconds. Keep in mind, when I make these videos, guys, like, usually, like, this is in the spur of the moment. We literally just got news, right? So going into it, we have Debilitator plus 5 seconds with Paralysis and Drain on all of his attacks, which is really nice. How long does the Drain last on his strong attacks? Is it only 7 seconds? 7 seconds. Okay, cool. So... yeah, so usually Drain is 2 seconds, plus the Debilitator plus 5 seconds, that's an extra 5, so it's usually 7. But there are some times where you'll see 10 seconds, which, when it's 10 seconds, that's pretty busted. This character also has Flurry plus 2. He also has Guard Break, so for PvE content, this character hits incredibly hard and he's really good. Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility, kinda, in my opinion, necessary still. There's still a lot of invincibility characters. Poise, Sprinter plus 1, and Weaken Immunity. This character is kind of weak to SP-based characters, but against like invincibility characters, this character just claps ass because the invincibility characters by now are pretty outdated. Next, we have Yamamoto, a character that I feel like is just obvious, but this is one of the few characters that I would recommend people go for 2 out of 5 if possible. If you only have 1 copy, or if you don't have a copy, I would recommend trying to get a copy. This is the only time I usually will say, like, if you've been saving, like you should have been, because we've gotten 2 end of the month banners that are premium pool, do yourself a favor, toss in 5 steps here and hope to God that you pull this Yamamoto or this Aizen. Like, both of these characters are incredibly strong, and I'll get into the Aizen in a bit, but let's talk about Yamamoto real quick. In terms of damage multipliers, you'll see here I added this up. Usually a character will have 76% full stamina damage boost, plus an extra 20% Berserker after everything's said and done because of your strong attack damage item, as well as your 76% full stamina damage boost links. The breakdown is a Chad link. The second one is like anything that's SAR 12, SAR 14 with full stamina damage boost 16%. I'm kind of spacing on who this is. I think that this one is Spirit Society Rukia, but I might be wrong. And then this one's going to be Swimsuit Orihime with full stamina damage boost 20%, strong attack recharge 10%. So this is a total of 76% full stamina damage boost once we get him to T20 or T15, when we give him that extra 25% full stamina damage boost, which is nice. So this is what we currently have on the Yamamoto. I'm going to compare him to a normal character, because normal characters have maybe Frenzy plus 2 and Berserker 40%. This character has Frenzy plus 1, Berserker 40%, Status Element Spiritual Pressure Boost plus 80%, damage to burning enemies, damage to weakened enemies. And we're going to calculate all of this in really quickly, and I apologize if I lose you. If I don't lose you, awesome, you've been paying attention. If I've lost you, welcome to the fucking channel. I like to do math. So let's just get right into it. Times 1.4. Normally you'll get an extra 20% from your accessory, the Lieutenant's Badge, so we're going to get 1.6, so 60% Berserker, multiply this by 76% full stamina damage boost, 281 times Frenzy times 2 because of the 2 hits per strong attack, status ailment spiritual pressure boost, that's an extra roughly 60% damage increase, and that's going to be the damage that you deal if they don't get weakened or burned. Should you weaken or burn the enemy, you're going to be getting a lot more damage. You're going to get the damage because they're weakened, right? You're also going to get the damage because they because you have the damage to burning enemies plus 40%, and you're also going to be getting the damage to weaken enemies plus 40%, and this is actually additive, not multiplicative. That we learned from Hiken. Shout out to the boy Hiken. And you'll see here that 901 base damage, should they be weakened, that damage gets translated to 2433. And if you divide this by the 901, you'll see that that is a 2.7 time multiplier on it. So that's a 270% damage increase if they happen to be weakened or burned. Weakened and burned, I should say. And that's not even mentioning the tick damage. Now, if we go into bombardment, now a lot of people have wanted me to compare this Yamamoto's Soul Bomb with Ulquiorra, and because they've been asking me to do that, we're gonna do that on this video because I've been waiting for him to come back because I feel like it's kind of meh. Now, keep in mind they do fall in line with both having hollow killers, but Yamamoto has a Quincy killer, whereas Ulquiorra has an Espada killer, so very little overlap. But since y'all have been asking me to do that comparison anyways, we're gonna do it. Now, we're only gonna compare Soul Bombs because I really could care less about caring about like the damage from the strong attacks, because Ulquiorra's second strong attack is a bit weaker, but he also has long stride sprinter +2, so like you can make a case for this Ulquiorra. Okay, so I want to make sure that I didn't make a mistake, so I'm gonna just get that done and out of the way here. So we're gonna get the devastation 40%, we're gonna get the full stamina damage boost 76% over here. Let me actually bring this up because I'm gonna need it. Multiply this by 1.6 for the full stamina, for the status summon spiritual pressure boost. And this is going to be our baseline damage. I definitely want to keep that in mind. 394.24. Very, very important that we understand the baseline damage of each of the characters beforehand. So 394.24. Now we're going to take the extra hits. So we're going to do this times 1.6 times, this is going to be the spiritual pressure boost damage, times 1.4 devastation damage. Bombardment, that's going to be 7 hits, times 1.5 for the weakening, times 1.4 for the status elements affected enemies damage boost, times 1.6 times 1.4 the bombardment, 292 745. I feel like I'm missing something. Spiritual pressure boost, devastation 40%, bombardment 7 hits, weakening. No, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna actually add in weakened defense. That's what I'm missing. I knew I was missing something. Let's assume that they're T20 with weakened defense 30%. Boom. Boom, boom. There we go. Now we're gonna add in the original damage, and that's gonna be 39424. Boom, and that's going to be our base damage with his Ulquiorra. Should he have 76% full stamina damage boost, weakened defense, full stamina damage boost, 25% as the T15, T20 skill. Okay, so 4674.88. That's going to be that, so that's going to be really good. Next, let's go into Yamamoto, because Yamamoto actually has not as much as this, but we'll see exactly what goes down. And here, we're going to get our baseline damage. Let's do Yamamoto, that's going to be 100 times 1.6, and that's all he gets. This is literally like 160 is kind of like the baseline damage that he picks up. He doesn't have devastation 40% or anything like that, so baseline damage is going to be 160 as opposed to like the 394 that Ulquiorra got. Right now we're going to take the whoa, times 1.6 times 1.76. Boom. Okay, 281. Excuse me. It wasn't 160, it's 281. I keep forgetting about the full standard damage because it's not shown here, but I know that it's supposed to be here. Now, we take our baseline damage times 1.6 6 times 1.76. So status element special pressure boost is like 60% damage, 76% full stamina damage boost. Then we're gonna take the 7 hits from the bombardment, because that's the additional hits after the initial. Now we're gonna calculate in times 1.6 for weakened defense, because he has double weakened defense. He already has it built in, so if we add it again, it does stack. I do get that question a lot. Does it stack? Yes, it absolutely does. Now, this is where shit gets crazy, is because you're guaranteed to burn and you're guaranteed to weaken with his soul bomb, unless you're playing IT and they're immune to weakening or burn. Almost never happens, but whatever. Weaken damage. Now we multiply by 1.8 because it's 80%. Boom. Multiply, and then we're going to add this here, and that's going to be the initial 281.6. And you'll see here that, like, Yamamoto is still king. He's still king. It is what it is. Like, the double weakened defense is the reason that this character is so damn cracked. And I don't really see that changing for quite some time. So I see a lot of people saying, oh, but Okiura is like the next Yamamoto. They have the same strong attack kit. They're both incredibly strong units. But don't get it twisted, when it comes to nuking, Yamamoto is just stupid. Like, I don't know what else, I don't know a better way to put it. Either way, great characters, highly recommend. Either way, Yamamoto, highly recommend that you guys pull at least 1 or 2. If you can get a 2, or if you can use a move source to get him 2 out of 5, he's probably the only character in the game that, in my opinion, is worth getting to 2 out of 5. Even though I would recommend using a move source to get a character that you actually enjoy playing to 2 out of 5, just so that they're even more fun to play with, right? But next, going into Yamamoto, oh my goodness, sorry, it's all Yamamoto in my brain right now. So next, going into Aizen, you'll see here that this character has an Arrancar killer, normal attack damage 20% with a bruiser of 40%. So bruiser 60% effective on this character, multi-barrier +2, and then on top of that, he's a team booster. He doesn't have the booster mechanic, but still, he has the gauge mechanic, which I think is even more busted. This character has status element attack boost 80%, and he also has increased status element chance against all speed attribute enemies. That is 10% not affected by the type of affiliation the enemy is. So you're guaranteed to get that plus 10% status element against any type of enemy you face, pretty much. If you're doing ITIZ epic raids, droplets, maybe not droplets on, but anything that the enemies are speed, right? Increased status element chance. He also has guard break and hit hidden enemies built into his kit. Flurry +1, the gauge effect, strong attack recharge -30%, which, even though it's strong attack recharge, the fact that you can get your boost a lot quicker with that barrier is nuts. Debilitator +5 seconds, enhancer +10 seconds, bruiser 40%. Poise. Oh, this character is so stupid. Because he has a bruiser 60%, flurry +1, status ailment attack boost, and then he has a team boost. Like, bro. Bro, he's nuts. And then he also has read all affiliation dodge, which is just insane. I love this character. I genuinely am glad that I pulled for this character. I think he's amazing. Senju Maru, barrier unit. She's fallen off. 3k length beam, full screen, 3rd strong attack. She does have havoc, which is nice. But that's pretty much all. That's pretty much it. If the enemies are not mind attribute or Rancars, she doesn't get her increased status element chance, and that means that she also probably won't be able to proc this damage to lacerate enemies +40% unless she's using her soul bomb. Next, we have Kiryu. She doesn't have guard break. Trash. Kirinji. Kirinji is actually still, in my opinion, pretty good. He's fun to play with because he has Sprinter +2, and I believe he has Long Stride. I might be wrong about that. Do you not have Long Stride? Oh, you don't have Long Stride? I think I gave him Long Stride, and that's why. Yeah, never mind, I gave him Long Stride. Frenzy +1, Berserker 20%, Debilitator +5 seconds, Sprinter +2. I personally like Long Stride on him. Lunge, 1st strong attack, 2500 length beam, 2nd strong attack. This character did get Havoc. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, I could have swore this character had Havoc. So yeah, 2nd strong attack is a 3000 length beam. 1170 AoE distant 3rd strong attack. I love that 3rd strong attack. And then he has the revive mechanic on his special, which kind of fits what he does, which is really cool in the anime. Next, we do have Bruiser 20%, Flurry, Soifon. I do like the Soifon still. She has transformation mechanic on her special. I don't know if she gets a damage multiplier. I know that Bankai Kenpachi does not, which is kind of sad. Magnification 100, Medication 110. So she gets a 10% damage increase to her first 3 hits of her normal attack damage. And then 140 divided by 110. 140 divided by 120. And then you get a 16% damage increase on her last hit of her Nad String while she's transformed. Not bad. Yamamoto, like 2500 length. He honestly has like one of the best kits in the game from back in the day, but he doesn't have Havoc, right? 2500 length beam, 800 AoE distant, full screen, third strong attack. This character has the original like 3k length beam, 960 AoE second, and then full screen, third strong attack, but he didn't get Havoc, so he doesn't actually have that. Still a great kit though, and I don't even want to talk about this disappointment of a character. Now going into the Christmas... damn, bro. These Burn the Witch banner, like these characters are really good, but they've fallen off quite a bit. Like if she doesn't have Killer, she's borderline useless. It's like, why would you not just play Akon at that point? She does have the Super Link Slot Potion skill and Power Link Slot Potion skill, but it's hyper limited character. If you can like do 5 steps on this and 5 steps for Yama if you don't have Yama, it might not be a bad idea. These banners are going to be out for quite a bit. Just be very, very wary about going deep on these banners. I see a lot of people, what they do is they try to take my videos and I'll say like, oh, do 5 steps. They'll do 15 and be like, you told me to summon. And I told you 5 steps max, you dumb fucking broad. Come on. So Super Mind Link Slot Potion, Mind Link Slot Potion. Honestly, this character kind of fell off as soon as like 3000 length beam, Crawling Vortex, full screen third. Who do I use for my Super Heart Link Slot? I feel like I use someone for Super Heart Link Slots, and I don't even want to use this character anymore. I don't even know what I use. Let me see. Ah, Cien. Okay, yeah, so Cien came out, and Cien actually has increased status element chance against Mind Attribute enemies. His first strong attack is abysmal. He has the cross, which is unfortunate. But, like, I genuinely just like playing with this character a lot more than Ninny, because Ninny, I'm kind of dependent on them. You need Soul Reaper or no affiliation, or otherwise this character just kind of falls off. To be honest, at this point, I'm kind of just farming Super Link Slot Potions from the solo IT, as opposed to playing co-op, just because I've been trying to, you know, I've been busy and trying to, like, look for work and stuff like that, so I've just been concentrating on just in real life stuff. Next we have Bruno. Bruno's still a really good character. Berserker 40%, Frenzy +1. I believe he picks up Frenzy +2. Yeah, picks up Frenzy +2, increased special move uses, and start power up item +2 in Arena. I love this character in Arena because he also has dodge, Soul Reaper damage 50%, so you have a little bit of survivability if you're trash at the game like myself. Sprinter +2, last ditch survival, bombardment, so he's a good nuke, Frenzy +1, Havoc 20%, hit hidden enemies, poise, and sharpshooter. So he has guard break, nullify range resistance, hit hidden enemy 100%. Like, I really do like this character. 40% magnification for strong attack, launches the enemy back super far but deals a ton of damage on the way. 960 AoE distance, circular strong attack in front, standard full screen, third strong attack. I love this character. And then Ninny, she's kind of fallen off a bit. She also has the 40% mag that he does for his first strong attack, but she doesn't have any status elements, whereas he has bombardment and he also has weakening, which I genuinely just really like. She has barriers, no boost, so it's a 40%, like 40-second cooldown. I really wish this character was better, to be honest. Next we have Noel. Noel's actually still a pretty damn good character, but very, very vanilla, right? Berserker 80%, Frenzy +1. Strong attack recharge as a skill, which is good. Soul Reaper and no affiliation killer. 3000 link beam first strong attack, 960 AoE distance second, and then full screen third. Basic vanilla, just really, really good character. Still to this day, I think she still hits pretty damn hard thanks to that Berserker 80%, but definitely is slowly starting to show her age. In Arena, she picks up Freeze. K-Lab, have you lost your damn mind? Like, those breasts keep you warm at night. Oh, I guess that's why she's immune to freeze. Never mind.